Hello, this is Anglerfishy, and I got dolls on the brain. I have some updates, so this is going to be kind of just an updates video talking about where I currently am. Last video I did was a box opening, so I wanted to follow up on that, you know, the status of that doll and some other dolls that you guys haven't seen on this channel. So this is going to be, I think, a pretty long video. I'm looking at 4 dolls that I want to talk about. So, yeah, get something to drink. I got some Wawa, so got some Wawa. Okay, let's get started. Let's not dilly-dally. So, oh gosh, I don't even remember how long it's been since I filmed that last video. Probably not super long ago, but since then, I've gotten some new dolls and I've done some face-ups. So, first doll in the lineup, well, I'll go ahead and actually show the last doll that, you know, I left on this channel, which was my Doll Zone Taru. She is here with her face up. Okay, so there she is. I need to hitch her skirt down. This is a Dalmore skirt that doesn't fit her. But anyway, here she is with her face up. I wonder if I can I clear it up so it's not quite so blurry? Okay, well, I'll just hold her a little farther back. But anyway, there she is. She looks really cute. I decided to give her kind of a yellowish palette, which I don't know if that complements the green that I've dressed her in, but I was just feeling yellow because I like to have my dolls be colorful. So I've got a pink doll, a purple doll, a doll in a green wig, so I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna want some yellow, you know, so I think she looks really cute, and I think she came out kind of intense looking. I don't know, I think she came out cute. Her nose, I wasn't sure how to paint it, so I think it looks okay. The ears, this is the ears. I don't have an airbrush, so this is all with like pastels and colored pencils. So that is my Doll Zone Taru, and this is Gorse. We'll come back to her because I'm gonna talk more about her, but I do love this doll. I love the body, it's beautiful. Yeah, I have no complaints about this doll, so I've been loving her. She doesn't have any shoes. I think I unboxed some shoes in that video, in her unboxing video. They didn't fit. They didn't fit on her. Or any of the dolls actually that I have in front of me, so oh well. If you have an MSD doll that has very small feet, they'll probably fit. I don't know, if someone has an MSD with small, you know, feet, and they're like, oh, I would like some cute shoes, I don't know where to get them. I can show you where, or you know, you can buy them off me or something, or honestly I'll just give them, you know, just pay for shipping. All right, so there she is. Oh, and her name is Gorse, by the way. So we'll talk a little bit about her and her friends, because I have some of her friends. But before we get into her friends, I do want to talk about my YB doll Bomb, who is, I am loving him. I don't think I've shown him on this channel, but here he is. This is, I'll see if I can get him closer. So I decided to, this is a little bear doll by the artist YB Doll. They're on Instagram. Oh gosh, what was their old name? They used to go by a different name. YB Doll is the current name that they're going under, and I think that's gonna be like their new name. Oh, I cannot remember what they used to go by, but they mostly make I guess like creature dolls. They have a cat, they have this bear, they got a mushroom that the pre-order just ended, and I was like, I was very tempted. But I have a lot of dolls. I mean, I have 4 that all came in this year, and that to me is a lot. So no more dolls for the rest of this year, but the mushroom was extremely tempting. But I do have the Bomb. This is the name of the sculpt. This thing, by the way, this is kind of like part of the way he's strung. Not really. Well, the cap, you know, you can see that the cap is really like flush. It's really flush, so if I didn't have this, basically it would be hard to take the cap off. I don't really find it annoying because he's like a big stuffed bear. So I just think it's part of the aesthetic. That's his tag. That's his tush tag. So I am loving him. I wish I had done a box opening of him. I said that I'm not like the box opening type of person. I like to just kind of like open them in my own time, in the dead of night when when lighting is bad. But I kind of wish I did for him, because the artist took so much care into the packaging. Like, she was very obviously, I believe it's a she. They were they were just like so proud of like their doll. The bomb came with a instruction book with like the eye size, how to string it, all of the measurements. Came with like a sticker, just like all sorts of stuff. I'm like, patterns. He came with patterns for like clothes, because he's a weird size. He's kind of like big babyish. I have him in an MSD sweater. This is an ST shirt. These are ST pants, so he's a weird size. Oopsie, what is this in his pocket? Oh, his tail. I have his tail in his pocket. I'll just put that aside for now. But and he came with a little bird, which was only, I think, available for the first pre-order. But yeah, no, the packaging was really beautiful. I think oh gosh, I believe, and I might get this wrong. I'll put a correction if I get this wrong, but I believe a YouTuber by the name of Chaos World, I hope I got that right. Chaos World did a box opening of this baby boy, because she got one too. So if you're curious about the box opening, then check her channel out, because it was really just a really sweet how it was packaged. But anyway, enough about the packaging. The doll is also really lovely, so I'm absolutely loving him. He's like one of my new favorites. He's just like a big bear. He's adorable. Look at his big bare feet. I also love the resin color. So, and I love how I did his face up. I think it turned out great. Sometimes when I do a face up, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm happy with how he turned out. And his acrylic eyes, these are just eyes that were bundled with him. And I think they match him really nicely. Like, I'm really happy. So here's the baby, and his name is Hermoso. So let's move on. Who do I want to talk about next? Okay, so I guess before I grab another doll, I guess I'm gonna retread a tired old topic, which is my trio that I've been trying to shell. So one of my previous videos, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm hiding behind him because he's just so cute, you know, you just want to, okay, I'll let me put him down. He's just so cute to hold. Okay. Anyway, this trio that I've been trying to shell, I just showed one of them off, which is, he's a little hard to sit, but all right, I got it. All right, he's down. So I already showed one of the trio members, because it's this trio of MSD girls that I call my bunny girls, because they're all meant to have bunny ears, although they don't, because I haven't gotten around to giving them ears. But I do have one of them already shelled, which is Gorse. That was the Doll's Own Taru that I showed you earlier. Ooh, I think I might need a swig of water. I can't speak. Let's take a water break. Alrighty, I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go. So Taru, well, I just call her by her actual name. I'm so used to calling them by the sculpt name, but let's use the character's name. Gorse is one member of the trio. So she's shelled. I'm super happy with her. She's not going anywhere. I have no intentions of like replacing her. She's good to go. I love it. She was never intended to be an anthropomorphic rabbit, but like it works perfectly for her. So that was a really amazing, happy accident that worked out. The other two characters that I've been trying to shell are Portobello, my main character, like my number one priority character that was kind of the big arbiter of this entire hobby for me, and Magnolia, who I technically have already shelled. She is currently my SDF 73, which is a Volk Super Dolphy. So she's an SD size doll. But you can kind of see like, well, I got, you know, one in MSD, one in SD. Magnolia was shelled first. That was back when I thought I was going to be collecting SD dolls, which I like them, but it's not my size preference. I do like this size a little bit more because it's just a little more manageable. But my number one priority is Portobello, my main character. And in my venture to shell this character, I basically bought 2 dolls nearly simultaneously. I had some like doll funds, which kind of enabled me to make those impulse purchases, which I want to just smack myself over because I have them both here with me and I want to talk about them both. I want to whine about them both. No, we're not going to be negative because, you know, all of this is a learning experience, but basically I don't feel like I'm done shelling Portobello. That's the short of it, the stinking character. Okay, so let's start off with the doll that I ordered first and that got here first, which is Blue Fairy. This is a Blue Fairy doll and the sculpt is Rachel. And she is in their baked skin. And this is a very, very cute doll. Like, this sculpt is adorable. The body is also quite nice too. I've never seen Blue Fairy in real life. I'm sorry, I'm hiding behind my doll again. Let me put her to the side. I've never seen Blue Fairy in real life. I really didn't know what to expect, but their dolls are very nice. Like, the only thing is, like, there's some areas where the casting is kind of like meh. Like, there's a weird thing going on with her finger, but it's not that it's cracked. It's more so like there's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's really not a big deal unless you're like staring at it. But it's a really nice doll. It's a really nice doll. My only, I guess, small gripe is that she has this mechanism, which I'm not a fan of. I think Dearmine does it, Let's does it, where basically the legs cannot stand far apart because they're just like, you know, there's no hole here. And not only that, but the stringing, each of the legs are strung together. So yeah, she just does not want to move her legs far apart. Like, that's how she wants to stand. But I mean, that's really just a preferential thing. And she poses really nicely. She's a really nice poser. She feels good. So it's a really nice doll. But just as my previous anxiety was that I expressed in one of my previous videos, when I ordered her, I kind of ordered a doll that was really to my aesthetic preferences, which is that I like wide-eyed dolls with sort of sweet faces, preferably smiling, and in that sort of fervor of having extra doll funds, I purchased her. And now that I have her, well, actually shortly after purchasing her, I kind of realized, like, well, I probably should have gone for a doll that encapsulated the character better than her, because this is a very wide-eyed doll, and Portobello is meant to be sort of a drowsy character who's off in her own world, which I don't think is communicated well by the sculpt. I mean, it's a very cute sculpt, and I'm actually really proud of how her face up came out. Like, she is super cute. Like, oh my god, so cute. But I mean, is it my character? Does it represent her well? I'm not sure. I'm not really too sure. But I mean, it is a nice doll. It's a nice doll. I love the color. It reminds me a lot of the Gem of Dahlia that I had. It's kind of like a warm brown. So I think it's, without being too orange, because I know that some dolls kind of like veer it close to the orange territory, but it's nice. It's a really nice color. But like I said, I don't know if this was the smartest head sculpt for me to get. So again, in my fervor of having extra doll funds and desiring to shell this character, I got another doll, which actually just came in, just because this is my second time filming this. I filmed this like a week or two ago, and then this other girl came in, so it's like, okay, well, got it. I got to include this girl. So this is a little Monica Charlotte, and she is in, oh no, I don't remember the name of the color, but it was their most recent 10 color event, and she's coming up a bit grayish, bluish in this video. She's a little, how can I describe her color? It's a very mild color. Yeah, well, what I'll do is I'm gonna put her next to a white skin doll, which is my Doll Zone doll, so you can kind of get a idea of what the skin color looks like. But I was not anticipating this doll to be this light, because it's like a, oh man, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Cocoa color, cocoa something, something with food. Either it was like chocolate milk or something. I can't remember. But there's the color. So it's definitely, I would not describe this as tan, but it is a sort of brown color. Very light. I did not know it was going to be that light. It's pretty, but I'm once again in that sort of like, oh man, I've seen previous tans. Oh gosh, I don't know what to call. I guess that's the best word to use. It's kind of weird to call them tans when I don't feel like this is tan at all, but we'll just call it tan for the sake of simplicity. So I've seen their other tan colors, and they were always like shades darker than this. So I don't know, I wasn't expecting it to be this light. So you know, it's like, do I really want to go doll shopping because of the color? Especially when dolls can be dyed. And I've kind of ruminated on it a bit, and I don't know how I feel about this doll. It's not just the color. Like, my first reaction was, oh, the color's beautiful, but it's not accurate. But I can just dye it. So I let it sleep for a bit. Because really the color that I would love for Portobello be like the would be something closer to this, you know, so you can see the difference. That's kind of, it does not look significant in this video. I'm trying to like overlay it so you can see. So, but this is a much darker brown than this one. But you know, it's not a big deal because you can dye dolls. You know, theoretically I could dye this. But as I was, you know, kind of handling her, which is, well, I have to finish one sentence before starting the next. I'm sorry. I keep like rudely interrupting myself. As I was sort of looking at her on my shelf, I don't know. She definitely, I guess, aesthetically matches the character more. But once again, like I've mentioned, I have my aesthetic preferences. I prefer dolls that have, you know, big eyes, smiling faces. That's my preference. And when a doll doesn't have that, I tend to paint it onto them. So I don't know if I want to paint this doll or if I want to leave it because I might sell her. I might not keep this doll. Another factor is the head size. It is quite a small head compared to Gorse, and as I've said, they're meant to be, you know, partners in this like trio. They're meant to be, you know, displayed together. Well, now that I hold them up, I guess it's not too stark of a difference. It's just that, you know, this bunny, Gorse, her face is much whiter, and she has like, you know, the little Monica doll has like these, I don't know, human proportions, which makes sense because it's a human. I guess I could hold her up next to the Blue Fairy doll to see how I feel about the head sizes. Because I was like, maybe I should go for a doll with, you know, a big head. Because the little Monica doll has like a 6'7" wig. And the Blue Fairy doll has an 8'7" head. And it's like, I guess I like 8'7" more. Yeah, I do like this more. I do like more of the 8'7" proportions because, yeah, I do think that that's cuter. I do like the big-headed doll in proportion to the rabbit doll compared to the actual like human scale. I say human, but like this is not actually what people look like, but yeah. Okay, well, I guess this helps me make up my decision. I might not keep this doll. see, I keep saying might, but it's because I don't like this process of selling dolls, and I especially don't like selling dolls when they're so new, you know? I always feel guilty in a way if I've purchased a doll and then like immediately like, oops, want to buy another one, and it's like, can't I just be happy? I feel like I'm just being way too picky. But then again, you know, it's because I overthink these things when it comes to shelling characters, and that's why I gave up on shelling characters for a long time, because I am just so picky, which is crazy, because like this rabbit was a happy accident and she isn't even supposed to be a rabbit, and I'm okay with it. But as soon as I start veering towards human sculpts, I become way more like scrutinous of the head size, the resin color, things like that. It's kind of led to this point where I'm looking at other dolls, which is a bad sign. You know, if you've just gotten a doll and you're looking at other dolls, you know, that's kind of a bad sign. Let me pick up this little Monica doll again, actually, because I just realized that I didn't talk about her body. I didn't even give a dolly nudity warning. I'm so sorry. I'll put in the beginning of the video dolly nudity. It's too late now. Anyway, okay. What is the name of this body? I should have researched this before I started this video. But this is little Monica's new body. This is the one with the double jointed knees. So I might do a body review of her before I potentially sell her. But I mean, it's a nice body from what I can see. The resin casting is a little thin, as you can see. You know, you can see here on the knee. A little thin here, so I feel like, you know, it doesn't feel brittle, but at the same time, I wouldn't be too rough with this because it's not super thick. It is very nicely casted, however. It's a very good quality doll. So it's a lovely body. So if you're, I'll definitely do a body review, but if you're apprehensive and unsure if, you know, it's worth it, I think it's worth it. It's a nice body. Admittedly though, I still don't have shoes for her, but she stands very nicely. Like, I just stood her right now. Can you guys see? Whatever. I have this way too close to the edge of my table to show you, but she's a very easy to stand doll. But anyway, like I said, this experience has, you know, kind of led me to looking at more dolls to potentially shell. This stinky little character of mine, this freaking mushroom girl, Portobello. Hate her. I can't stand that my main character is just brought me so much grief. She doesn't even have a story anymore, by the way. Like, she used to have a story and she doesn't, so it's like, I don't know. But, and yet still, even still, I still find myself looking and seeing like, well, what could work for her. So I guess here's what I'm you know, I'm gonna kind of play it by ear. What I might do is I'm just gonna kind of watch Blue Fairy for a while. I'm gonna watch them from a distance and see if they put out a baked skin sale for another batch of sculpts, because Blue Fairy is a very unpredictable company recently. They used to have like calendar releases where they had a consistent rotation of regular sculpts that would be available at January. Like, okay, these three will be available January, these three February, these three what comes after February? What comes after February? January, February, March. I know my calendar. I know my ABCs. But lately they haven't been doing that. They've kind of just, they're still doing monthly pre-orders, but it's like whatever they feel like it. Like right now they just had a pre-order for like Olive in Tiny Fairy size and Olive in Blue Fairy size, which I don't think was like the norm. I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm not a super Blue Fairy expert. I know that there are some people in the hobby that are like super fans and they have all the sculpts and they like know like the full history. I guess, you know, I do want to shout out another YouTube channel. Since we're talking about Blue Fairy and their sculpts, oh gosh, I did not research this, but there is a video that I thought was really fun That was this collector who basically has the exact same Blue Fairy sculpts released at different like eras. So like I think it's May, Shiny Fairy May. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen this video, but I thought it was really cool, and I don't know. I just feel like shouting it out and recommending it because it's like the first release and it's like it has a certain aesthetic, and then the second release and it has a different aesthetic. So it's really interesting to see like the same exact sculpt go through different versions seemingly unannounced. So Blue Fairy, so that's interesting, but it does highlight my point that Blue Fairy is a pretty unpredictable company. But so I might just watch them. I might just watch them and see what they come out with, because I like the baked skin. I like the sculpt. It does definitely fit my aesthetic, because I like my dolls to look very doll-like. I like them to look youthful and cute. This little Monica doll is very cute. Let me hold a doll. I'll hold my bear, because that's what BJD people do. They hold dolls in their videos. But anyway, the little Monica doll is very cute, but it's, I guess, you know, it has more of the mature mini aesthetic, I suppose, you know, more akin to something like Fairyland, than you know, Blue Fairy, or even like Volks, you know, with their midi dolls. I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Someone was at the door. What the heck was I talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about. I'm getting my little bear again. Snap. I don't want to film this again, because this is my second time filming it and I don't want there to be a third time. So let's just continue. Let's see. I was talking, oh yes, that the little Monica doll had more of a sort of mature mini aesthetic, and I find myself veering more towards the childish sort of dolls. So I'm gonna watch Blue Fairy to see what they come out with, you know, what pre-orders they have. They do have they have a variety of sculpts that kind of fit the description of what I'm looking for, which is sort of a more sleepy aesthetic. There is one particular one that I've been looking at that, you know, I might jump on the next time they have a pre-order for baked skin, and that is, I should have researched all this, Himong. I don't know if I said that right, but Himong, which is I guess it's a little similar to Rachel, except it's more of a thin face, smaller nose, but it does have the puckered lips, and the eyes are sort of a little more closed. So, and I think this is a very cute doll. So I might keep an eye out for that one. But if there's other ones that kind of fit the description, I might go for it, because the cool thing about Blue Fairy is that they sell their heads separately. So I could, you know, just keep the body and just buy another head, and that way I'm not wrapped with guilt, because this is a hobby that has a lot of guilt when it comes to like how much money you're spending at a time. So that might be my plan for Portobello. Why am I pointing at it like this is her? I'm just pointing at it because this is just such a cute little boy and I like holding him. Now, I did also mention the possibility of shelling Magnolia. Because Magnolia right now lives in an SD body, a Super Dollfie body. And she's great. I love her. She's a really great doll. But now, if I do manage to successfully shell Portobello, which I'm pretty confident I will be able to as long as I am patient, then, you know, that means that I might perhaps look into shelling Magnolia, who I think will be easier. The only tricky thing is, again, the resin color, because Magnolia is also a tan color. She's also meant to be a tan color, but she's meant to be lighter than Portobello. The good thing is that I think the Blue Fairy baked skin is actually quite a bit darker than some other tan colors. Like, I've noticed a lot of tan colors lately kind of veer towards a light color, Just like this little Monica doll. I know that Doll Zone used to have a darker tan, and now they do light. I think Dream Valley had a darker tan, and they moved that to lighter. So that's kind of the thing I've been noticing, that some tan colors have been changed to kind of look a bit lighter than they used to be. So I don't think it'll be too hard to shell her. It's just mainly, I guess, what company I want to go for. Yeah, like finding the sculpt that works for her. I mean, maybe I'll even try and repaint this Blue Fairy girl to look, this current one that I have, Rachel. I guess I should carry her since I'm talking about her. I might repaint her to look a little bit more like Magnolia, because Magnolia, I'm sorry, I always have to like make sure I'm putting the string in the channel, because it's a little tricky, like I mentioned before. Oh my gosh, I forgot what I was talking about again. I might repaint her, but I'm so happy with how she turned out. The face up is so cute. Yeah, so I could potentially turn this into Magnolia, but Magnolia is supposed to be kind of a bitch. She's supposed to kind of have, you know, an evil energy, not evil, but like, you know, like a manipulative person sort of aesthetic, which I don't know how to describe it exactly. She's cute, but antagonistic. And I don't know if this sculpt really sells that. This wig, by the way, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I get so easily distracted. This wig is a little Monica wig, by the way. It is so soft, but the cap is so small. Like, this is a 6'7", and I kind of struggled to get it on her head, but it's a very nice wig. Anyway, but if I don't make this sculpt work for Magnolia, then I might look into Let's, because I feel like Let's is a very reliable company. They have so many different sculpts that it's like I could probably make one of them work. Right? Like, they just have so many sculpts and that are just regularly available. So like, yeah, like a couple of Let's sculpts that I guess could work. Kid Delph, I mean, would be Annie or Ani. I'm not sure. Let me keep holding her. Excuse me. I don't know why I put her down, but Ani would be a good choice, perhaps. So she has really big eyes. So if my new Portobello turns out to still have very big eyes, Ani, I think, would really be a nice counterbalance to it, because they're just such big ol' eyes. Another option would be Anna Marie. She has like a cute smile, which again, I really like smiles. And if her eyes are not big compared to Blue Fairy, because Blue Fairies do have pretty big eyes, I could mod it. I could, you know, turn that into a mod project. I really just don't want to be buying so many more dolls for this purpose, for the purpose of shelling these characters, because I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy buying and selling and buying and selling. So I want to hopefully be close to the end of this shelling journey. But yeah, I think that once I get Portobello fully shelled, you know, just kind of replace this head sculpt with one that's a little more appropriate for her character. I'll go for Magnolia, probably Let's in their real skin brown, which is kind of not that different from this, but it's more of an olive tone, which I think I'm cool with. You know, I'm cool with Magnolia having an olive tone skin. And that'll be the end of this journey of shelling my bunny girls, and then I can just dress them and stuff. I can just focus on that. So yeah, that is potentially in the future. As far as other doll plans, I don't have anything else too concrete. I definitely have been looking, which is what you do in the hobby, right? Like, that's just the normal hobby experience, just looking at dolls when you shouldn't be. Like I've recently been just looking at a whole bunch of mushroom dolls. I mentioned YB doll. They just had a pre-order for Foha, I believe. Foha? No, that's a different mushroom doll from Kokoriang. The one from YB doll, oh gosh, it is a mushroom, but the name is that of a mushroom. Bluet! They just did a pre-order for Blue It. So Blue It, I loved Blue It. Blue It was beautiful. And then Foha, which was like, I don't know, sometime in the middle of this year, by Kokoriang, which is this mushroom with a butt. Has a butt. I know Dream Valley has had some mushroom dolls in the past that I've, you know, kind of pined over a bit. And then my friend sent me a picture of an artist doll, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it is. It's a very cute doll, but I do not remember the name of the artist. I will post a picture of it. No, I won't post a picture of it because I don't have permission to use the picture. Pretty much all the only pictures that I would feel comfortable posting would be company pictures. So I'm not gonna just like take something from Instagram without the permission. But it's a cute little artist doll that's a mushroom. So I've been looking at mushroom dolls. So I don't want to get any more dolls. I don't want to. I'd say the thing is space, right? I don't want to, you know, overdo it with dolls because of space. Like right now, I don't display my dolls here. I display them in my room, and I have a bookshelf, and I basically have one large shelf area where the dolls fit. But with these 3 MSDs and with the other dolls that I have, which are my cat dolls, my bunny, those are all, you know, they're living in that shelf comfortably, and it doesn't look overcrowded, which I like, because once a space starts to look overcrowded, I get really anxious and I feel like a need to sell dolls. So I don't want to overcrowd that shelf. The rest of the dolls live on my nightstand, which I have 4 of them on there. My SD doll, who's staying, even though I'm not, you know, an SD person, she's definitely staying. I got my little anime girl. I got my bear, and I have a little Bichon Frise doll from Let's sitting on there too. So it's like a very good arrangement. It's like comfortable. And I do have one more doll on the way, which is going to be my my Dolphy Dream Toa, not Toa, excuse me, Marissa from Toho. That's why I said Toa, from Toho. Who will probably fit on my nightstand. But then after that, I feel like anything I add to that is going to really start to make things look cluttered. And I'll probably look into either rearranging my entire bookshelf to fit more, or putting dolls in here, which this is like a storage / office room. Like the monitor you see behind me is not functioning. It's just storage. And we got like other things in here. Anyway, so I do have like shelf space above there, but it's like, I don't know that I want to like possibly open that up to putting dolls on it, because it's a big shelf, and knowing me, I'll feel compelled to fill it, and I don't want to fill it. I don't want to have, I'm not the type of collector to like big quantity. So I feel like I want to wind down when it comes to collecting. After I get after I sell my little Monica girl, I'll probably replace this head, maybe replace the little Monica with a Let's Kid Delph. Might get a fantasy doll or 2, you know, little ones. And I feel like that'll be it. The one thing compounding that though is that I'm also, and this is bad, I'm also looking at boys. I'm also looking at SD boys. And this is, I blame my friends, my meetup friends, who a lot of them have boys. In fact, one of my friends, like she was talking to me about all these like pre-orders that she was getting into from Vings and like secondhand Switch dolls. So she's like, she mainly collects boy dolls as far as like the 65 centimeter range and up. And I have to say, like, they're very nice. I've never had a huge desire to have a boy doll. As you can see, I mainly collect girls. I have one boy who is a bear. So I'm not a boy doll collector, but with exposure, with time, you know, after seeing them for years and sort of the you feel the hype with them, you know, I feel the hype with my friends, and it's made me kind of curious to try it. Definitely I wouldn't be the type to have multiple because I don't have space for multiple, but like, do I even have space for one? technically yes, but I also want to just pretend I don't see that. I want to pretend I don't see that shelf, because then I might just go crazy. But if I got a boy, I already kind of like have seen some sculpts that I would be interested in. Like Imedai just came out with a boy that is really cute. Oh gosh, I think the sculpt is Zach. It's really cute sculpt. The full set's cute too. So like if I got that doll, I might even just get the full set. And there's like a few Switch sculpts that are cute too. Like I really like Choyo. Choyo's a cute sculpt. Oh gosh, there's this doll family. Oh no, I didn't research this before I started recording. Doll family A or H, but it's a robot sculpt. I'll put a picture of it. That's another cool boy doll. I know it's a robot, but like it's really cool. And I could see that one being a lot of fun to paint too. So that's another one that like if I got a boy, that's another contender. But I feel like if I got a boy, I would just get one because I gotta control myself. So that could very well be my future collecting. Just, you know, I might be close to seeing the end of the buying frenzy that comes with dolls. You know, basically replace your head, get Magnolia, get maybe 1 or 2 fantasy dolls, to be, you know, just because I like little dolls, and then maybe 1 boy, and that's it. So I hope that's the doll plan. Don't want to be buying any more this year though. I've already got 4, unless I manage to sell Little Monica, you know, maybe, but I don't know. I also just dread the process of putting up sales posts and taking sales pictures and shipping dolls out. It's very anxiety inducing. I don't love it, but you know, it is what it is. So but yeah, I think that's everything, all the updates I have, my current doll plans. But yeah, I do want to do body reviews for at the very least the Little Monica doll and this Blue Fairy doll that I have here, because for one, the Little Monica body is quite new, so I don't know how, you know, some people probably have it, you know, a lot of people probably have it by now, but I haven't seen any reviews of it on YouTube. This body, this is the blooming body for Blue Fairy, and I looked for reviews on it. I didn't find reviews. I hear that the Neo body is easier to pose, which it might be, but I don't have it for reference. But even so, I would like to post a review because this is not really a very visible body. I don't see it. I don't really see it on YouTube very much. So I'll do a body review of her. I probably don't need to do a body review on the YB doll bomb because, like, you know, he's a cutie. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna be hybriding or getting the body exclusively. So, and then the Doll Zone doll, I'm pretty sure there's already body reviews of that doll. So it's probably not necessary of me to do one. But if there isn't, or if, you know, I don't know, if somebody asks me, you know, for my input on it, I'd be more than happy to do it. But yeah, with that, I think this is quite enough because I've been talking for 40 minutes. That is very excessive. This is gonna be a very long video, but it'll probably be the last video I do in a while. Wait, but I do there might be one more video I do before the end of the year, and that's I did see a tag for a Halloween, a BJD Halloween tag, so maybe I'll do that. But besides that, like I said, I don't think I'll be doing a whole lot of updates. I'm gonna take it easy with doll spending and stuff. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was fun. Interesting, I don't know. I'm so sorry that it's hard for me to stay on one subject apparently. But I appreciate your patience anyway. So have a great day, everybody, and I hope that everything's going awesome for you with all of your doll collecting as well. So take care. Bye-bye.